Hi guys, I'm doing another NVidia Shield hardware review, mini review, because a lot of people have got a short attention span and they don't require a 50-minute review to splash out 300 quid on the best handheld on the market by some distance. Right, this is a quick review of the actual hardware, not a review, an overview of the buttons and so forth. I'm going to do the rest of the video on the big screen so I can show you the software and how the streaming works. Okay then, I'll lift it up like that, that should be better to view. You've got two sticks here, which is reminiscent of a PS3 pad. That's not reminiscent of a Xbox 360 pad, which I think is great. These are indented, so the buttons are actually level with the joysticks virtually. The buttons are A, B, Y, X, which is reminiscent of an Xbox 360. The D-pad is here, again PS3. Copy, great. 5 buttons in the middle. This one brings up PC, streaming, shop, news, Android games. This button takes you back. This button takes you to the home screen, which is that. This button pauses in game. This button is volume, you press it, then you touch screen. On the back, that's a 5-inch screen, virtually identical to the Vita OLED screen, but I think it's just LCD. It's beautiful anyway. You've got the triggers and the bumpers. You've got a mini HDMI output, which output is 720p. You've got a power supply, power lead, headphone socket, a little grill for airflow. This really doesn't get hot as far as I've never noticed it getting hot. And just here you've got a memory slot which I've got a 32 gig micro SD card in there, but apparently you can put more in, but according to NVidia it's 32 gig, so I'm not going to take any risks. Right, I'm going to move on to the main screen and show you a few games. See you in a sec. Okay, nice big screen. So, 2 free games, Sonic 4 Episode 2 and Expendables. Not sure what the rest of it says. Rearmed. Right, let's have a blast. Right, the pad is fantastic. You use the 2 sticks as the main controls. A bit like Geometry Wars. So these are installed on dead simple, which is what I love about these Android games, and in this game in particular. This is 720p output. It's actually running on the screen as well, but the sound is just coming out of the TV, not out of the pad as well, which would have been annoying. Oh! Right, press the middle button and it brings us here, so I'll press the home button and I'll go there. Let's have a look at Sonic. There's a fly and I just want to let it out the window at some stage, so if you see he's dashing across the screen with a fly in my hand, you know, you've been warned. Right, opt out. How do you do that? Opt out. Right, I've always been crap at Sonic games. They've always been too fast for me. I've always been so. I love it still. I love the music. I love the character Sonic. And it's just far cooler than Mario. I'm not sure. See, this is where it's getting complicated. Oh, it's actually a tutorial. Right, what I'm going to do, which I think is very important, just turn down the volume so you can hear us. Right, so there's a tutorial. Hey, this is actually really playable. I have played this one quite a bit, but there's Sonic for you. Like I say, this is a mini review. Press that, press home, back to the beginning. Happy Chick, that should be the first app you get from the Android store, from the Google store. It's free and it is fantastic. Basically, this shows you all the emulators that are stable on the on the NVidia or any Android device for that matter. Right, settings are up there. Right, PSP, NDS, N64, PlayStation, Arcade, Game Boy Advance, SNES, MAME, which is arcade, Mega Drive, WSC, I've got no idea what that is. I should have, I guess, but Nintendo, Game Boy Color and Dreamcast, which is an addition. Right, so if we go back from there, this is a wonderful interface, fast download. So if I go to play, these are the games I've downloaded so far. You can actually download full Android games for free from here, but the problem you've got is it only installs it on the local memory. But let's have a look at Metal Slug. I shouldn't really. We'll have a look at that one. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, it was installed. Never mind. Right, okay, app installed, open, initiating. Let's see what this baby's like. Love the original Street Fighter on this NES. I mean the original with a slowdown. Love that game. I'm not sure if this is...
Street Fighter 4.
Tap the screen. I hope it's not tapping the screen business. I hope it's buttons. Right, looks like I'll tap the screen, but basically these are the ones that I've downloaded. Now you can go to home and you can select, type the game name to search, press Zelda. Everyone loves Zelda, but I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Zelda, to be honest with you. I've never completed any Zelda, but basically you can just download them, as you can see. Right, so that's Happy Chick. All your retro gaming needs. Now moving on to what I use the most, and that is PC games. Ubisoft games tends to have problems. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is actually through Steam. I think, or it could be Assassin's Creed 3 that's through Steam. But Steam games, well, some of them can provide a problem. Like Dishonored, for example, is a games for Windows. So you need games for Windows installed and set up on your PC and all that business for it to work straight away on the NVIDIA Shield. But Dark Souls 2. I've got, on my PC, I've got Steam running, not big picture mode, just Steam running, and I've got GeForce experience running, and I'm straight in. My modem is set at 2.4 gigahertz, not 5 gigahertz, because my printer and my what else was it? iPad, wasn't me no, Vita, no, my PlayStation 4 couldn't connect to couldn't connect right, this is right, you see, it's just little daft things like this that that prevent it being perfect. I mean, obviously there's been an update on Dark Souls 2, so they've come out when it just happens to be when I'm doing this video. I haven't played it for a couple of days and there's been an update. Hopefully they made it harder, because I'm not that impressed with it. Even though I've spent 100 hours on it. Right, and that's just the PC. I've spent about 80 hours on the PS3 version. Right, okay. Right, that's worrying. Very worrying, because where is my saved data? Well, this is how smooth it is. This is, like I say, 720p. If you've got like a monitor, you're obviously getting 1080p at the very least. I use a TV, so I get 1080p. So this is slightly less, but as you can see, if you can imagine this on a 5-inch screen, it looks blooming impressive. I mean, now I've got GTX 780, pretty decent graphics card, so this is still probably, I'm not sure, it looks a bit, doesn't look as good as the PS3 version, if I'm being honest. I'm not sure why, it should look better, but unless it's just that section of the game. But as you can see, it's nice and smooth. And like I say, imagine playing that on a 5-inch screen, recall your name and all that crap. I'm not going to bother with that. This has got Miracast, which basically means if you've got a wireless TV with Miracast capabilities, you can just send a signal to the TV. You don't actually need to use a mini HDMI to HDMI lead. But I still recommend using a lead, because sometimes it cuts off sides of the screen and everything. It doesn't work 100% all of the time. Right, let's just see if I've got any better games to play. This might just go tits up now. Dark Souls. See if this works. I actually think this is better than the second one. The Prepare to Die, Dark Souls. Right, everything's went to tits. But hopefully we'll get Dark Souls running in a second. Yeah. So it's still flaky, but it's a hell of a lot more stable at PC streaming than it was. It's a joy. I mean, the video I'm showing you now isn't really well, it's not a fair test. I'm just showing you what it's capable of, but it's just, you're supposed to be playing this on the 5-inch screen, not on the 42-inch screen that you're looking at. If you can imagine this on a wonderful LCD 5-inch screen, it's absolutely beautiful, and you can just sit on your couch with a blanket in the winter, in the summer, in your shorts, playing on a handheld with a wonderful joypad, Dark Souls, and it's freaking amazing. Or Oblivion, Skyrim, or I mean, this looks a lot better than Dark Souls 2. I mean, this definitely is better than the PS3 version, or even on the 720p. I'm not sure what's up with Dark Souls 2, but I've got my stamina up. Doing well on this so far, I think. Actually, I'm not sure if this is my character. I'm sure I'm higher than 36. It takes a lot longer to level in Dark Souls 1 than what it does in Dark Souls 2. But that's sort of graphics. And on the 5-inch screen, that looks absolutely incredible. So if I press the home button, go back to the home, the PC streaming will all be cocked up now. I mean, if I press on it, it's got like the resume, I can resume playing Dark Souls. If I click on Dishonored, it might say quit Dark Souls. Will this work? I'm not sure. If this works, then it just shows you how yeah, well, this is the thing. I can't actually yeah, it did go tits up. I expected that. No, it didn't actually. Here comes Dishonored. Hey! So it's a hell of a lot more robust than it used to be. Now this is turned into an in-depth review, but that's enough of the streaming. Go to the home button, right? I'll show you a bit of memory management, settings. I've got my 32 gig. There's Miracast. There's Bluetooth. There's data usage. Controller, sound, display, HDMI, battery, users, apps. If you go to apps, I can press that. I can well, I can force stop, but you can also transfer apps from the memory on the system to the memory card, which obviously frees up a lot of space. So there, move to shield, or move, it's on the SD card, so I can move it to shield. So there's a nice little option you've got there. Press on that button. You've got a Brave Frontier. I've downloaded a few others that aren't on the main screen, like Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, which is incredible on this, and Raven Sword, which doesn't work, Real Boxing, and so forth. Once I played, and you can play movies, TV, play games. Basically, you can do everything on this handheld, and I paid 190 quid for it, so it's coming down in price. For that price, it is an absolute snip. I mean, who the hell would want a 3DS for 130 quid or so to play the crap that it's got on it? It's got a couple of decent games, but the library I've got available to you on this handheld is just mind blown. Mind blown. It's got all the PC library, Steam library with controller support. It's got all the Android library, but I would just recommend the one with controller support. It's got all the emulator library up to Dreamcast. Unfortunately not PS2 yet. Though there may be an emulator out there. I'll wait until it appears in Happy Chick before I dabble with it. So all in all, top of the range system, and that's exactly why I want to do a mini review on it, because I want to get the word out. Right, that's the end of that. Make up your own mind, but I know for a fact at 190 quid you won't regret buying this piece of wizardry.